Um, Hello everybody, this is Charles of Victoria Frontier. We're going to be taking a look at the Nice Nature SSR and Eishin Flash banner today, right? So I know a lot of you are wondering whether or not you should be pulling on Nice Nature banner and whether or not it's worth it, because right now we have free pulls on Riko-chan. Since I know some of you already have like 400 pulls saved up, you are probably considering if you should change your pulls into like 200 on Riko and then 400 on Nice Nature, right? So I'm going to be talking about it in this video. I'm going to be helping you decide. I'm going to show you the options, and how about we first start off with Nice Nature. So we are going to start off with talking about her support card, right? For support card hints, there's not really that much to talk about. It's not really that good, but I think the emphasis should be put on your left. On your left is a very strong skill in mile and sprint races. This is only strong on mile and sprint races. It's not really a skill that you will want on medium and long. This skill is too unreliable and requires too much randomness to proc. And so yeah, this is going to be a good skill on mile and sprint races only. As for ramp up, personally, I think ramp up is one of the strongest skills in the game, not because it only has 1.8 seconds duration, but because it procs on an overtake. And so this skill oftentimes helps your Uma confirm the overtake and actually get a good position, because most of the overtakes will happen on the first corner. So I think ramp up is a really good skill. We also get gold skill for this scenario, and also we can also get the hint from Riko-chan, but that's a topic for another day. We're going to look at the stats for the cards now. So the most notable point about this support card is that it gets an extra 5 and 10 race bonus from 3 LB onwards. So this card's strength all lies in its MLB having 15% race bonus. And also, I guess I can use some little bit of time to talk about bonuses, stat bonuses in Aoharu Hai. So since the raw training now is weaker in Aoharu Hai and than like in URA scenario, right? We are actually going to get more out of stat bonuses. We're going to see the comparison later on. Right now, we are understanding that, oh, she's strong because she has 15% race bonus. 15% race bonus allows for deck flexibility, because from Aoharu Hai onwards, we are entering the Wit game era. Every single deck should be bringing a Wit card, except for that one time on like Kikasho on like CM6. But otherwise, most of the time, for the majority of the players, we will be bringing Wit cards in our deck. Nice Nature having 50% race bonus allows for easier to reach the race bonus breakpoints in each scenario. For example, if you reach 35% on Unity Cup, you will be able to get +4 stats at the end of a G1 race, +4 stats all, and also 60 skill points. This is a very important breakpoint, which allows you to get like 5 extra stats every single race. That's like something, it adds up. On Make a New Track, the breakpoint is 50%. So yeah, this card just allows for you to easily reach the race bonus breakpoints, and just allows for more deck flexibility. Now, we're going to compare the Wit training and like general training for Nice Nature to other top performing Wit cards. This assumes we're in the Unity Cup. This assumes max mood and also at level 5 training. So on a Wit click in the Unity Cup, we're going to be getting 7 speed, 21 wit, and 9 skill points on Unity Cup. You look over to Wit SR Machikane Fukitaru, and you would notice that this card has 729. So this is super close. This is only 1 wit difference. Why is that? Because, you know, Machikane Fukitaru is a monster. This card is going to be with you for the next 4 months, because this has scenario link, right? Fukitaru has scenario link, Nice Nature does not. The direct comparison, the most fair direct comparison in terms of budget is like, is it worth it to drop 400 pulls or 1 extra wit, well, and also 15% race bonus on Nice Nature? That's the idea of the Nice Nature Wit card and whether or not you should be pulling. Her direct training compared to like Fine Motion is completely outclassed. Like in every single way, the Fine Motion is getting like extra 1, 2, 3 stats on every single other training in terms of like raw training bonus. Heck, she actually gets stiffed a little bit by her own counterpart. Like, sure, this card doesn't have like a good rate at all, but Nice Nature at MLB, the SSR, is actually going to not roam as strong. Like, the roaming training is just not as strong as the SR free event card, right? So overall, I think that unless you are very, very, very much like just comfortable in a comfortable spot and you can afford to drop 400 on Nice Nature, I don't think it's a drop. Because if it's not MLB, it barely outclasses other SR cards, right? So moving on, we're going to talk about her chain event. For first chain event is going to have 1 Wood Up. This is really nice. Second chain event has, if you click the top option, has 10 energy. Do note that the bottom option is the second card in the game to heal a negative status effect, but it's not that reliable, alright? In the future, there won't be that many cards with this effect. This is something to keep in mind of, but yeah, that's about it. For her gold skill, for her third event, she's going to give you 10 energy on your left and like some stats. On your left, I've explained it just now. I think it's not the most consistent skill in the game, but it's there. It's good. Right now, we don't have much choice for laser acceleration, so we will be going for it, right? For random events, like top. So top is 20 energy, and the second random event is ramp up. Both of her events is actually going to be really good. And there is also +1 mood if you want. But overall, I think ramp up is quite worth it. I mean, during your run, just keep an eye out. If you need mood, you can just click bottom for Delicious Burden, alright? Just keep this in mind and remember this. I just did the comparison just now. The in between like Fine Motion and Nice Nature is mostly going to be second place. Fine Motion in the fields that she's strong at is extremely strong. You've seen the +1 stat across the board. Fine Motion is much stronger in terms of like raw training power. However, race bonus, Nice Nature is up by 5%. It's 5%. It might be strong for some people, it might not be enough for others. So in terms of longevity though, Fine Motion is actually going to outclass Nice Nature by a lot, because Fine Motion gets to live for another scenario. Fine Motion lives all the way until the 2nd anniversary. As for Nice Nature, she lives until 1.5 anniversary. So around when Make a New Track ends, Nice Nature is going to fall off. For the gold skill finally, Nice Nature is going to be very much a want on mile and sprint races for your late surger aces to get a gambling skill, right? That's about it for Nice Nature comparisons. For her longevity, as I said just now, we're going into the Wit meta. She's going to last 8 months in terms of global time. She's going to be very strong in terms of like through Unity Cup and also Make a New Track, but she's going to fall off very sharply afterwards. Would you pull a Nice Nature banner? I would say like quite an expensive card. But right now, I know a lot of people have like an extra budget now, like because like Riko-chan is like has 100 free pulls. So only drop if you have 400, right? Only drop if you have 400. If you do not have 400 extra on top of the 100 pulls that you're going to probably drop on Riko-chan, you drop on Nice Nature only if you have enough budget, all right? Riko-chan, for the majority of the players, you're going to want this card, right? It's essential for everybody. Thank God Cygames have implemented 100 free pulls. Yeah, and also it's cheaper to function. It's complete at 2LB, and everything else on top of it is like extra, right? I'm going to explore a different option for you players that are kind of at the awkward spot at like 300 pulls, and that is the Biko Pegasus angle. Hold on a second. A Biko Pegasus lasts 4 months. It is a add value card. Like, it's kind of a luxury card as like on top of like Nice Nature, in the sense that it helps with you during these few months. The idea for Biko Pegasus pull is that some people already have certain copies of Biko Pegasus, and some people didn't drop on super creek, and their deck, they just have the budget, but they don't have the cards in their deck. So this is a Biko Pegasus angle. You could go for Biko Pegasus, but you know, check this list. Check if your account has like Biko Pe originally, so you don't have to drop that many. If you already have like one copy of Biko, you drop like 200, however many you hit, assuming that you already have MLB Kitasan Black, you are already kind of set, right? But I would still say that prioritize MLB in Creek and Fine mode. Getting these two to 3 LB as soon as possible is going to be a priority. But if you can't do that right now, Biko Pair might be an angle that you can consider, alright? So yeah, if you are like a dolphin, if you're in like the middle, if you want to if you want to feel better for these 4 months in Aoharu Hai and you have the budget for it, go for it. If you don't 400 Nice Nature, you can 200 Biko Pet and aim for like half the cost for, you know, half the duration. It's kind of there. And it's also cheap. And also you can ticket it. And also, you know, it's a very strong stat stick. One more thing I would like to note about Nice Nature is that you cannot use the exchange ticket for Fine Motion. So Fine Motion is going to be the last banner of URA right before Aoharu Hai. So this banner, specifically this banner, is not going to be available for exchange during the for like the Aoharu Hai ticket. If I recall correctly, the ticket covers all the way until swimsuit banner, I believe, and that's it. Everything after that is going to be in the blind spot and will not cover. So this banner, it's either pull now up to at least 3 LB. It's not MLB, so at least 3 LB, and then we hit the anniversary and we get the crystal and you MLB it, right? So that's going to be it. Your goal for Nice Nature is going to be 3 LB and 400 pulls. So 3 LB and 400 pulls honestly isn't that bad. Yeah, that's going to be it for Nice Nature. Moving on to Eishin Flash. Her unique skill, the Black Sword, requires you to not bad start, not rush during race, be behind, like be 3rd place and beyond, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and so on in the home stretch to activate. This is a very classic 0.35. 3rd place honestly isn't that bad. It just kills the potential of her playing Pace Chaser. But her stat bonuses, 20% wit, 10% power, honestly, it's a very awkward stat bonus. I would say like 10% power is redeeming factor, but she is sort of like a medium long Uma. She's like a medium Team Trials Uma actually, and I don't really see it's just difficult, right? It's just difficult. It's not speed. 20% wit is just awkward. Just too much on wit. For Eishin Flash Oshi players, right? One thing to note is that her Mile F aptitude is actually going to be quite hard to play with. In real life, she won the Mainichi Oka. So that's like the Tokyo's 1800 meter race. It's a mile race, but she has Mile F. Unfortunately, this means that she's not going to perform as well on Make a New Track. On long, you can go in closer. She's just like a home stretch Uma. Honestly, this kid is like quite weak. We're going to look at her built-in skills. Go with the flow, and the gold skill is not really good. It is just nothing going on. Fighter is a terrible skill. Do not buy Fighter, by the way. If you're a late soldier player, you might see Fighter in Aoharu Hai a lot. Do not buy Fighter, alright? This skill is useless. This skill is useless. Focus doesn't help. It helps ever so slightly for your late start, but it really, unless its concentration is not good. Alright. In Body and Mind is kind of there. Medium corners is very strong. Late soldier Savvy is cool. Standard distance Tokyo race course, she's very strong in Tokyo, right? And she has a secret event where if you slam like Tokyo races, Tokyo G1s over and over again, the more you slam it, the more you're going to get these hits, basically. So yeah, there's that, her secret event. Main takeaway for Eishin Flash is that she is a Team Trials Uma, kind of. Go with the flow, and also like the gold skill, concentration, these are all skills that are very cheap. They give you a lot of points in Team Trials, and it's kind of there, right? That's it for the evaluation of Eishin Flash. Did you know in Umamusume, Eishin Flash's roommate is Small Falcon? So Small Falcon, Eishin Flash, and Transcend actually participated in the Dubai World Cup back in 2012. And so Small Falcon got late start, she didn't proc groundwork, and Small Falcon died, Transcend didn't really get good results, and Eishin Flash got 6th place. This was like the best result from Japan at that year. Eishin Flash is very famous for her turn of foot at the late game. At the home stretch at the last 3 furlongs. So she, in real life, is the Tokyo Derby winner. But one story that I do want to talk about is the 2012 Tenno Show Autumn. Ever wondered why Eishin Flash does like the bending pose? Because like sometimes you'll see like when she wins, she's going to bend down and do like a salute or something. This actually traces back to Tenno Show Autumn. So on the 146th Tenno Show, that year, the Emperor, like the Emperor of Japan, and also the Empress, was going to view the race. It was the first time the Emperor and the Empress has watched the race, has watched the Emperor Cup, the Tenno Show Autumn. Tenno is like the Emperor, right? This is the first time they have watched it in 7 years. There was Phenomenal, there was Rulership, and there was also Silport in this race running Onige. So this was a really interesting race. Eishin Flash actually is 5th favorite in this race because she has not won a single race in the last 882 days. So what happens in this race is that after a very fast-paced race with Silport leading with like Onige, setting the pace really high, starting like the first 1000 meters were 57.3 seconds. So it's like even 0.1 seconds faster than Silent Suzuka on Tenno Show Autumn, right? So from the inner rail, in the last 3 furlongs, he pulled off a 33.1 second very fast turn of foot, and she was able to take it. This race, you guys should watch the 2012 race for yourself. Tenno Show Autumn 2012. And so this race finally ended Eishin Flash's 12 loss streak. Eishin Flash has not won a single race Eishin Flash has never won a single race ever since the Derby back in May 30 of 2010. This is 2012 Autumn Tenno Show. So after breaking his 882-day loss streak, the crowd was like very excited, and this race was very hype. And since the Emperor was here, Demuro, the jockey, pulled off something unexpected. Demuro, the jockey, pulled off something unexpected, and he actually got off the horse, spun Eishin Flash around, took off his hat, and bent down. He knelt towards the Emperor. He knelt towards the Emperor as a sign of respect. So this was an insane moment. The Emperor also waved and blessed him. This is a part of Japanese horse racing history that people will not forget. Unfortunately, from this video onwards, we will not be doing horse trivia as often. I think I will only do it when I have like, I really like the Uma, or like that there's some special history that I really wanted to share. But this actually adds to the workload a lot, and so we will probably be discontinuing it, and this is just a little bit unsustainable. So anyways, in conclusion, Eishin Flash is a skip. You have to skip Eishin Flash because the new scenario banner is right around the corner. We have like a bunch of support cards to pull for. Valentine Alt, honestly, Valentine Alt performs around the same level as the OG Eishin Flash skin. But like certain parts of the Valentine Alt is not as significant. If you're an Oshi, if you're really into Eishin Flash, and if you're really into Eishin Flash, swipe, because you will need the Carats to make your Umas work in the Aoharu Hai, right? You'll need the support cards, you need the Carats, so yeah, my verdict is to skip unless it's your Oishi, in that case, swipe. Her swimsuit all is very strong on Tokyo specifically, and so you could go for that as well if you want. For non-whales, save for Riko Rise and Kitasan MLB. So if you're not a Leviathan, if you're not a whale, if you don't have at least 400 pulls right now, it will be better for you to save up for Riko Rise, and also if you don't have MLB Kitasan, go for MLB Kitasan, right? Both of those have a higher priority than what's a very replaceable card, which is Nice Nature. All of her strength, again, lies in race bonus at MLB. If you're going to pull, prepare to 3LB at all costs, alright? If you can't 3LB her, there's no point in pulling her, alright? One thing, like, this is just honest advice from like a free-to-play player. The card art is really, really cool. I get it. Back in my days, 3 years ago, I did actually get baited into pulling this banner. I wasted, I remember, 100 pulls. I had a little bit more Carats, and I was eventually able to 200 Riko, but I got baited because it looks really good. Do not get baited. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm happy if this video can save one of you in not getting baited or like not wasting your pulls on Nice Nature. After this banner and Riko banner, we enter like a period where there's not many support card banners to pull, and it's like the saving period, right? And then the next banner that we might like really take a look at is between Machikane Fukitaru and also Narita Top Road banner. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Oops, I may or may not have been blocking this part, but yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Thank y'all for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.